So next is we want to display the result variable and also string. So we don't want our output just a number or like a single string from the user or just the output of our operation. So we want to have it carry extra detail. So we want to make it easier for the user. So we want to put something in front of the variable, so it will tell something more. So we want to print a value and also the like a simple, like maybe simple sentence to the user. So let's say I want to print like the result is what. So what we do is just write a simple, basically like how we normally write a string in print function is double quotation mark, then the result is, and close double quotation mark again. So what we'll do is the result, we must put comma before the result any variable that we use. So the result is comma the variable. So when we run this code, we can see that the outcome is the output of the output of this code is the result is 6.53. The result is the one that we write earlier. So every time we run the code, this output will come again and again, but the one that changed is the result. So we want to kind of this kind of things. Okay, other than using a comma to display our result with the string, we also can use format specifier. So format specifier is basically where in the line of string, the format specifier will be replaced with a variable. So we write a single line of string. So then we just put percent and the specifier. So we need to know what kind of format specifier that we want to use. If we want to display a single decimal integer, what we call it, a whole number integer, then we use %d. If you want to display a decimal value, you have to use %f. And if you want to display a string value, then you need to have %s. So we want to display a result of floating number, so we are going to use %f. So the result is %f, close double quotation mark to close the string. So in here, the only thing that going to be going to be displayed on and on again and again is the result is, and %f is going to be the value of the variable result variable. So what we do is %f, then at the end of the double quotation mark, you put %result, the variable that you want to display at the %f. So this is what we call is format specifier. So when you run, it give just the same output like before, which we using comma, but now we are using format specifier. You can see that the result is 5.7000. So what is the advantage of using format specifier is we can determine how many digits we want to display. Let's say we can see here the result is 5.770000, but you don't have to display all those three numbers. Let's say you just want to display one decimal places, 5.7. So what you can do is to specify, so how much digit you want to display. So % dot 1, 2, 3 or 5. If you 1, 2, 3 and so on. Let's say if you want to only display one value after the point, 5 point, one value only after that, you just 0.1. If you want to display 2, 0.2 and so on. So let's say here I want display only 5.7, so only 1 point after the dot, so % dot 1 f, and then close the double bracket, %result. So when we run here, you can see that the output the output going to be one decimal places only, 5.7. If I write here 2 decimal 0.2f, it's going to be 2 decimal places, like 2.33, 3.44, and the output is 5.77 because we already determined how many digits we want to display. And other than this, using format specifier, we also can use like what we did before, is using addition on string. So basically what we need is, okay, write the string that you want to display, and then using plus function on the variable. But you cannot directly plus the variable because you cannot perform any operation between different data type. Float, you can perform operation between float and integer, but you cannot perform operation between boolean and integer, between string and integer, or between string and float. So this one cannot be happen. It going to resulting your program to break. So how we overcome this is by using data conversion. So you need to convert the result into string data type. So what you need to do is str and open bracket, close bracket, result inside that. So basically you change the result into string. So then we perform addition, so that the result is plus the result. So when we print the output, you can see that, and 3.44, the result is 5.77. And so this is three main method that you can use to display the output. And let's say if let's say we want to use the result is not just 5.77. We want to add more information on the value itself. Let's say the value itself is representing money, so it have to be, maybe the result is $5.77. So let's say the result is representing the temperature, so it have to be, the result is 5.77 degrees Celsius or degree Fahrenheit. So you want to add more string after the variable. So you want to display a number in between the string. So we need to, for like this method, so you need to put add, and then the string you want to add after that, let's say $. And so when you print, so the number of the result, the value that contained in the result will be placed in between the result is and also $. So the result is $5.969. And you can do it so and so on. If you have many more string, you can put add, and so on. But somehow certain people don't like to use this. Maybe because you need to convert it into string, so it's not really convenient. So how we are going to use, like say we want to use format specifier to do this kind of job. So what we did is, we just write the result is $. So between where you want to put between the place you want to put the variable, you have to put the format specifier. Like the result is %f. So at the %f, the value of the result will be placed on. So the result is %f $, and the outside of the double bracket, you're going to put %result. So the result is %f $, and the when we run the code, the value of the result that contained in the result will be placed at the %f, just like before. The result is $5.70. And also here, the difference between we can see that the difference between %f and what we used before plus is, in format specifier we can specify, or we can mention how many digit we want, but in plus you cannot limit the digit. So that is a big thing. So that's why people use more likely to use a format specifier. And also you also can use, actually the first method that we learned before is using comma. So the comma is almost similar to plus doing addition on string, but you don't have to do data conversion. So basically you just, the result is close bracket, and then comma, result, and then comma again, the string that you want to put after the result, which is $. So the result is comma, result, comma, open bracket, dollar. So the value also going to be displayed between the result is and dollar. So this is 3 method, but most likely I will most of the time I will use format specifier, because for me it's much more convenient, or sometimes because let's say the output is just at the end, I just use comma.